Hello everybody, welcome again to the Yotso Tech Tracks YouTube channel. Finally, the day is here. I'm going to be starting my small suspension lift install on this 2016 Ram 1500 truck. Once again, this truck will be used as a primary vehicle for towing a camper, weekend getaway vehicle, adventure vehicle, overlanding, camping, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to be using it most of the days to go to work as well. So I'm just going to be putting on basically a 2-inch suspension lift on this. It's going to comprise of a spacer lift in the front and the rear. I've already installed about 1.5 years ago, maybe 2 years ago, I forget, Bilstein 5100 shock absorbers. These shock absorbers are pretty good for what they are. They have a nice smooth ride. The good thing about them, you can get a small suspension lift because this suspension assembly has basically a coilover suspension design, and you have these grooves, if you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's on the 5th one. So right now I have the spring preloaded to the maximum amount, which is going to give this vehicle roughly a 2.8-inch install increase in suspension lift height. However, that will only work with a vehicle that has basically no extra weight on it. However, from previous videos, if you guys may or may not know, I do have this Westin grill guard / winch mount, and I have a winch in the front, and this vehicle is a little bit heavier. So as soon as I installed this, that 2.8-inch suspension lift in the front got pretty much squashed down again to who knows how much. It is roughly between factory height and 2.8 inches. I cannot measure the exact amount because it didn't really matter to me that much. However, I'm going to be installing a small spacer lift. I have links on my website if you guys are interested, but I'll be walking you through as much of it as I can. So I'm not going to be doing a complete install from front to beginning. I don't have the camera capacity for that, but whenever I can, I'm going to be showing you guys updates about this. Basically, it's going to comprise of a lift that's going to go on top of the coilover suspension, and I'm going to be removing this upper control arm. These Ram trucks do have an issue with ball joints in the upper control arm, and first of all, they are very small. They are undersized for even factory tire sizes. After a while, they do wear out quickly. It is one of the first things that go on these vehicles, as well as they are basically pressed in. I'm not sure if you guys can tell. This vehicle is 5 years old, around 23,000 kilometers on it. 1 second. Big truck is driving in front of my house. Excuse the noise. If there's any wind noise also, I'm sorry about that. It's going to blow into the camera. It's kind of a windy day today, on and off. Anyway, these ball joints are nothing more than a press fit into the control arm, and after a while they do tend to loosen up. There's going to be a gap that's going to be opening up between the ball joint and this steel control arm. I'm going to be replacing that with an aftermarket heavier duty unit. I'll show you again. It's also on my website. I'm going to be taking a couple of things off of the suspension right now, and I'm going to be giving it a little bit of a touch-up paint. As you can see, Canadian winters have taken the toll. It's not a horrible situation. However, the spot welds and the welds on any vehicle, that's where they rust. I'm going to be cleaning this all up and putting on a coat of POR 15. It's a paint over rust paint. I used that many times before, and unless you have it outdoors under the UV, it lasts a pretty long time. It's pretty durable, and it does coat and cover up really well. So I've taken this truck up onto the frame. It's on blocks. I'm going to be putting some axle stands underneath it for additional safety, and the idea is going to be removing these coilover suspension parts. I'm going to be removing the upper control arm, just getting as much out of the way. I'll probably take off this sway bar end link just to make easier working from one side to the other, and I'm going to be coating the frame as well as these coil buckets and anything I can get my hands on, with a couple of sheets of cardboard underneath it to pick up the mess. I'll show you the other side. It looks the exact same. It is basically the same on the other side. So I'm going to cut this video short right now, and I'm gonna get started. Again, I'm doing this by myself mostly, so I can't really do anything while holding the camera, and if I do mount this camera on my head, it's going to be very, very shaky, which is not going to have a nice quality. So I'll show you guys the updates whenever I can. And it's a nice day. Tomorrow is going to rain, so that's why I want to paint today, get the dirty stuff out of the way, and it should be easy install after. So thanks guys for watching. Stay tuned for more content, and see you next time on the Yotso Tech Tracks YouTube channel. Bye bye.